Now we have the lovely Claire Dietz with a few words. Claire is a lawyer, a mum, and now, like you and like me, an activist.
Thank you, Jonathan. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, I'm quite nervous, but here goes. First, I want to acknowledge each and every one of you that is here today. Some of you have come confidently, without hesitation, but many of you have agonised over the decision, and yet you are here. You have been willing to stand up for what you believe in, willing to have the courage of your conviction. For those of you that just considered coming, but didn't yet make it, we know how hard it is to come out in the face of hostility and of friends and family, the disapproval, the shaming, the belittlement, for just daring to question the official narrative. To those of you at home, I say, we feel you, we know your anguish, but unless you step up, unless you stand up, unless you speak out, nobody can see you. We need you. So, who am I and why am I here? Well, first of all, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an epidemiologist, I'm not a scientist, a fact of which I am reminded upon daily by everybody, including my lovely brother. And they would rather I stay silent. But what do I have? I have 15 years practicing as a corporate lawyer. I do have 3 degrees, history, French, and law. I know a thing or two about researching. I know a thing about analysis, and I know about extracting relevant facts. Facts, people. But what am I first and foremost? I am a mother. And like so many mothers, degrees or otherwise, we have become passionate researchers in the subject of health and well-being. It started with asking about the food we put into our children, questioning the official government guideline. In this case, it led to me forming a blog, Dom's Kitchen, and starting a petition against the ridiculous health star rating. From there, many of us started questioning everything we put into our babies' bodies. And this leads us on different paths. But we are all here today because we dared to question the official narrative. As a mother, I am doing this for our children and our children's children. And especially I'm here for my son, Dominic. I'm not going to look back on 2020 and think I should have done more, said more, been more visible. I'm going to look him in the eyes and say, yes, when there were things happening in the world that didn't make sense, I stood up, I questioned them. When I saw there was government overreach happening, when I heard the Human Rights Commission, our own Human Rights Commission, strongly criticising the government's COVID-19 legislation, passed under extreme urgency without adequate time for rebuttal. As a qualified lawyer, I am not going to sit on the sidelines and watch this happen. We have reached a point today in New Zealand where merely voicing a dissenting opinion to the majority is dangerous, where our Prime Minister tells us that she and her government are the single source of truth. And yesterday, the government's preferred scientist, Rod Jackson, went on record as saying that as far as he was aware, every experienced New Zealand epidemiologist supports our current elimination strategy, that we have provided this advice to the government. Well, I think that the Plan B epidemiologists, Gerhard Sunborn and Simon Thornley for one, would beg to differ on this. What would I like? So, with these lockdowns, we are taking unprecedented steps with huge and ongoing consequences to all facets of our society. We all owe it to ourselves, and especially our children, to ask questions. Question the mask. Question the social distancing. Question the lockdowns. Now is the time. Today is the day to step up. Thank you.